Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hello, TikTok. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for being here. I'm glad to see you. Hello, come on in. I want to do a little bit of housekeeping before we start, but I need to see more people here so I don't become repetitive. This is not the type of session that is for everyone. So who is meant to be here today will stay, and I'll let you know why. This is a very specific kind of healing. Only people who are open to this kind of healing should be here. Hi, thanks for joining me. My name is Adriana Barros. I am a trauma release and healing specialist. I am also an angel healing therapist. Today, I will be conducting a angel healing session for disobsession, spiritual disobsession of homes and workplaces. What does that mean? Well, it means a lot. It means removing negative, darkness, spiritual influences, your workplace. I'm not going to do school because it's just another level. I'm just focusing today on homes and workplaces, which are the places that you probably spend most of your day, most of your time. So for those who are not spiritual, or for those who do not believe that there is a spiritual side for everything on this universe, or for every one of us, I would say you're in the wrong place. You'd better leave because you're not going to understand or like it. You're going to think it's not true, and I'm not here for your judgment. So I'm here to help those who need help. Now, another reason why not everybody should be here today. For those who saw my reel a couple of days ago inviting you over, I actually mentioned that only those who did not consume alcohol on today's date, and any other toxic substance. So I'm saying smoking, inhaling, injecting, whatever it is, compulsive sex, whatever it is that it is your drug. I actually kindly suggested that you did not do this today in order to be here because it's not going to work. Why it's not going to work? Because if you are involved in that kind of energy, you are under an obsessor influence, which is a spirit of the darkness who sucks off of your own energy and feeds themselves off of what you do, off of what you think. So if you are into those practices, you will attract those who love your energy and love what you do. If you are vibrating on that low vibrational frequency, you will obviously attract those spirits who are not, number one, conscious that they have already died, that they don't have a physical body, and they only are in spirit, and they're not on this planet anymore. They are supposed to be where they're supposed to evolve. If they don't have consciousness, the knowledge that they have died, they will keep feeding themselves off of your energy, thinking that they need the nourishment, and they don't. Spiritual nourishment is different from human nourishment. We need to eat, we need to drink in order for us to be alive. We need to sleep. Those practices are not available on the other side because we don't need that when we are on another realm. And there's different realms. So when we move on from this realm onto another, we're not going to go to a higher level. We're going to go to the spiritual realm that's closest to Earth, which is still a little bit of under this influence. And that's why these spirits go back and forth, or they don't leave this realm at all, because they don't understand that they don't have to work anymore, that they don't have a house to clean, that they don't have to go shopping, that they don't need to eat, and so forth. Okay? That's why I say, if you, going back to where I was, if you have ingested any toxic substances today, you're not going to be able to receive this healing. So if you want to then listen to my recording when it's uploaded onto my platform, then feel free, but don't be here today if you're not ready. And on the day that you decide to listen to the recording and watch the whole session, make sure that you are clean, okay? And if you do use any drugs, any other types of addiction that you are looking into really giving up on, I highly recommend this table. The table of the angel healing is the table to work on disobsession, to remove any spirits from the darkness from around you, to really work on your mental health, because every mental health condition, if you want to call it that way, is an imbalance on your spiritual level. That spiritual imbalance is going to play a part onto your mental, onto your emotional, onto your physical body. But these imbalances, these mental health issues don't start on your brain. And that's why it's impossible to heal from a mental health issue without going back and forth, without taking medication, if you don't treat the spiritual cause. There's just no way around it, okay? A lot of people, or most people, they are in mental health facilities, should not be there in the first place, because their imbalance is spiritual, it's not physical, it's not mental. But as they're not looked at that way, they're rotten in there. So unfortunately, that's the way it goes. But today I am giving you a tool that will work on these levels under a different perspective, okay? So all that happens in your environment where you spend more time at is according to your vibrational frequency, is according to what you resonate with, is according to what your daily activities are, and your thoughts. Your thoughts is the antenna that will attract every negativity around you. So it is very important for you to try and keep your vibrational frequency high. And that means having positive feelings, having positive thoughts, saying positive things. And these spirits love depression. They love that you procrastinate. They love that you curse. They love that you smoke. They love everything wrong that you know is wrong and you still do. So in order for you to keep them away, you have to change your habits. And how do you change your habits? By working spiritually, by removing the influences and working on your brain, working on your traumas, working on your emotions, clearing the root cause, bringing balance in, so you have a strong structure, a stronger foundation before things come back or linger around you. So that's the only way for you to grow and be strong, and then start anew and start being positive and having a different outlook in life. All right, I need a sip. No, let's just concentrate on this. So I actually took note of things to illustrate to you, but I think it's better to illustrate as I go. For those who don't know what a radionic table is, there are different types, many radionic tables. Radionic table is a tool that is designed to bring balance, to detect energies, and to elevate your vibrational frequency in order for you to start clearing all the obstacles and all the negativity around you. And that brings balance into your physical body, mental body, emotional body, into your energy bodies, and elevates your vibration naturally, because the higher you vibrate, the higher spiritual reach you will have. You will then connect to higher vibrational spirits, which are the ones that we call enlightened, or you can call angels. Angels are not the highest on the hierarchy of spirits. They are the closest to us. They were once humans like we are, but they evolved, but they are not the highest. But they are the ones that we should turn to if we want help, instead of trying to go for God or to the higher source or whoever you try and connect to, because they are the workers. They are the ones that make things happen for you. So if you want to remove obstacles to feel secure, if you want to feel protected, reach out to Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is there for you and will actually, if you any panicky situation, any dangerous situation, reach out to him and you receive immediate help. But connect to these energies. Even if you want to get out of your darkness where you are right now, because I don't know what's going on in your lives. If it is drugs, if it is any addiction, if it is whatever is keeping you where you don't want to be, you have to connect to higher frequencies. You have to have a positive outlook. You have to detach from people that are keeping you that way. If you have bad companies around you, the so-called friends, and if it's not that, if it's you do things on your own, but then there's a motivation behind it. Is it a trauma? Where is the trauma? Is it childhood? Is it teenage years? What happened to you, right? Is it something you picked up from a partner? Is it a bad habit that you developed that you can't let go of because of a broken heart? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. We can work on those individually. If you reach out to me, we can do sessions on the table for you and whatever is necessary in order to clear that and make you stronger so you can walk on your own feet. Okie doke. Any addiction can be cleared on this table. This is a table. I don't care what it is that you do that is addictive. This will help you, okay? So this is the levels of the body that I was telling you that it focuses on. So balances the chakras, the subtle bodies, and your emotional body, your brain, brings in the energy of the angels, the archangels. I have a few of them here, and these are the tools that I use in order to identify where the imbalance is, in order to clear them, in order to remove them from your field. Okay, and this is how we measure the frequency from 0 to 100. So for those who have never received any healing angel energy healing before, or either the angel healing or whatever, your energy frequency will be low. Don't be surprised, it's normal. But once you have this session done today, then your frequency will go higher. So I would suggest that if you're going to start receiving this session today, stay from the beginning to the end, or it's not going to work. Okay? Don't do things halfway, or this is not social media. This is a platform that I'm using in order to help you. If you don't want the help, go do something else. So, but if you're committed, if you're in trouble and you need help, stay here to the end. Okay? Turn off your TV, music, whatever it is that's around you and it is distracting. Okay, I want you here. Lie down or not, or look at me, don't look at me, I don't care. But be here, be present, be on receiving mode. Cool? All right. So what I use in order to identify what needs to be cleared here, what needs to be worked on, is a pendulum. The pendulum will pick up on the energy, either the one-on-one energy that I'm working with, or the person that I'm working with, or of the collective in this case. So it will guide me to where the imbalance is based on your energy, and it will respond to me in a way that will give me the tool that I need to use and clear in order for you to start feeling better. Okay? All right. Any questions before we start? Anyone? All right. All right, I'm going to start. So now I use my protocol, and I actually go by looking at the tools that I need to use, and then I say commands, and then we start building your protocol, right? Whatever needs to be worked on for you. You don't need to do nothing on your end, okay? Now, I wrote down a piece of paper that we have to write down what it is that we want to work on and put on the radionic table. So I have my name, I have your name, which is collective, and spiritual disobsession of homes and workplaces. That's what we're working on today. All right? I use the pendulum like I mentioned. This is what's going to identify the imbalance. And I use crystals in order to mark the tools I'm working with, what I'm clearing, so forth. So I'm just going to place them on the table. Now, another thing that is important to talk about, when we talk about obsession, just before we jump into the session, so there's a lot of things that are considered obsession that a lot of people don't give the importance that it does need to have, which is like if you're addicted to lying, if you're addicted to any negative habit that you do have, if you're interested only in material things, if you're like a big spender and don't have like a spiritual side in you that you are in touch with, all that could be spiritual, under the spiritual influence of some sort. People who love that kind of energy can be around you. And again, I mentioned procrastination before. If you don't have emotional control, if you're a person that bursts out of everybody, right? Anger, a lot of oftentimes that is not even yours. It is a spiritual entity that's close to you that will make you have that kind of behavior. And then when you are obsessed, let's say, it's also because you are very aware. If you have that kind of behavior around you, you are very aware of your surroundings. If you are very aware of what's going on, especially people who suffer from schizophrenia, they are extremely aware. If you've seen people that talk to themselves when there's nobody around, and you think there's nobody around, and they're like in a deep conversation with someone else, that's because they're very aware of another dimension. And they are in touch with spirits, but we think they're crazy, but it's not. It's an imbalance that actually at that point, they are in such a domain from the spirits, they are under their control. They don't have any choice. And oftentimes it's not only the mental and the emotional control that they exert upon people, it's also the physical control. And I'm not talking about only, which is the subjugation. I'm not talking about only one spirit. There could be a legion of spirits that could be exerting force and control over one individual. And it's very hard to let go of those, but it's not impossible. Okay, just so you know. So there's fascination as well that I wanted to bring to you. Having a blind delusion, having a blind trust on somebody, on something, in the obsessor, right? And accepting influences and insights out of nowhere, right? And oftentimes you don't even know where you're doing things, and there you go. You under the spiritual influence, and you're being highly influenced by someone who wants you to do things their way. So that is very detrimental to your health on all levels. And if you do experience that, I would say highly recommend stay here through the end, okay? And if you want to talk to me in private after, feel free to do so, because I can help you. Okie doke, let's start. All right. I'd like to ask for the angels to be present and bless the table and the crystals and all spirits that are helping with this clearing, and to also create and set up a circle, a magic circle around this whole treatment, this whole table, as well as activate the magical tools in order for us to remove all the obsession from the session, from the table. So please activate the magic triangle, and also to where we're going to place the spirits that need to be treated. Activate the magic mirror, the magic wand, the magic sword, the magic shield, and the magic lamp. So these tools have specific functions in order to remove these spirits and help in their transitioning to the light. Okay? All right, where's my... Here it is. All right. Let's open the table then. I am the connection, I am the multidimensional connection with the angels of high magic. I am the multidimensional connection with the angels of high magic. I am the multidimensional connection with the angels of high magic. Please activate all tools. Now I'm going to measure your frequency to see where it's at. From 0 to 100, what's the vibrational frequency of the collective, it's at 0. So don't be surprised, I told you earlier, right? So now we're going to start taking note of the tools that you guys need to have activated. What is the first tool for the collective in order to clear the spiritual obsession from this collective? Environments. So the environments where you most spend time at, like I said, I'm doing workplaces and I'm doing homes, and that's probably where you most disconnected from the reality. That's where you're most into addictions. That's where you're most into influences of either being angry or either being just disconnected in general, or being depressed, whatever it is that you feel when you are like that, okay? So what do we have to clear for environments? Here, let's say the command. Let's actually measure the environment frequency before we do the tool. What is the frequency for the collective? You're at 15 for environments. Cool. I connect with the environment of the collective, home and workplace. All spirits that think that they live in those places, you may leave now and take with you everything that belongs to you. All compromises you've had, and take care, protect, and guard this place or these places. Deactivate and liberate, deactivate, liberate, deactivate and 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 liberate. Heavy energy. What is the frequency now for environment for the collective? You at 30, no, hold on, still moving. You have 45. Should we do the tool environment one more time? Yes. All right. I connect with the environment of the collective and mine. All spirits that think that you live in those spaces, you may leave now and take with you everything that belongs to you. All compromises of heading to look after, protect, and guard these places. Deactivate, liberate, 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 deactivate, and liberate. It is a heavy energy. What is the frequency now for environment, for the collective? You went up to 70. So hold on. Still moving. Hold on. Thought it had stopped. All right. It is at 95. All right. Should we do the tool environment one more time? Yes? One more time. There's things to clear. That's why we keep repeating it. I connect myself with the environment of the collective and mine. All spirits that think that they live in those spaces, you may leave now and take with you everything that belongs to you. All compromises of heading in, take care, protect, and guard these places. Deactivate, liberate, 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 deactivate, and liberate, deactivate, and liberate. Little shift. What is the frequency now? It went up to 95. No, hold on. It's at 100. Should we do the tool environment one more time? One more time. I connect with the environment of the collective and mine. All spirits that think that they live in those places, you have to leave now and take with you everything that belongs to you. All compromises you've had, and taking care of, protect, and guard these places. Deactivate, liberate, 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 deactivate, and liberate. Just so you know, I'm working with very heavy and dense energies. They are not easy energies to be removed, okay? Just so you know. Should I do the environment one more time? One more time. I connect with the environment of the collective and mine. All spirits that think that live in those places, you have to live now. You must live now. Take with you only the things that you brought with you, nothing else. All compromises that you've had to take care of, protect, and guard these places. Deactivate, liberate, deactivate, liberate, deactivate, liberate, deactivate, liberate, deactivate, liberate, deactivate, and liberate, deactivate, liberate, deactivate, liberate, deactivate, liberate, deactivate, and liberate. Frequency. What is the frequency now for the collective? For environment? Environment. 100. Should we do this tool one more time, angels? Should we do environment one more time? No. Moving on. What is the next tool that we need to work with for the collective? Portal. Okay, what is a portal? Anything can be a portal, really. A portal are passages that where spirits come through to have access to you, to your energy. So, or to go places, right? But deep inside, everything can be a portal. A house can be a portal, a person can be a portal, an animal can be a portal. So it is important to clear the energies of these places or these things, the animals as well, if you have animals at home, because they can be holding these portals, these spiritual portals, and it can be affecting their energy, can be affecting their health, and of course your environment and you, right? So how many portals, out of curiosity? Well, I know there's a lot of people here, but is it more than 10 portals? Yeah. Is it multiple portals per home or per workplace? Yeah, so there's a lot. All right, let's clear. What is the frequency for portals before we start before we activate the tool? Frequency 5. Very low. All right. I need water again. All spirits that are not able to go back to the portal as the portal's closed, angels, lead these spirits to a treatment center so they can be healed. Deactivate and liberate, 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 deactivate and liberate. Deactivate and liberate, deactivate and liberate. Deactivate, liberate, deactivate, liberate, deactivate, and liberate. Frequency for portal, where are we at now? All the way up to 100. That's great. Should we do portal one more time? The same tool again? Yes. All spirits that are not able to go back to the portal as the portal's closed, angels, take these spirits to a treatment center where they can be healed. Deactivate and liberate, deactivate, 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 and liberate. According to you, Jack, you don't even have a clue of what I'm doing, so get the hell out of my life. Here we go. What is the frequency now? 100. All right, should we do this tool again? Should we work with portal more? Yes, let's go. So am I. All right. All spirits that are unable to go back to the portal as the portal is closed, angels, lead these spirits to a treatment center where they can be healed. Deactivate, liberate, 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 deactivate, and liberate. Frequency still at 100. Should we do portal one more time? One more time. All spirits that are unable to go back to the portal as the portal's closed, angels, lead all spirits to a treatment center where they can be healed. Deactivate, liberate, 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 deactivate, and liberate. Frequency still at 100. Should we do the portal tool one more time? One more time. All spirits that aren't unable to go back to the portal as the portal is closed, angels, take these spirits to a treatment center where they can be healed. Deactivate, liberate, 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 deactivate, and liberate. Frequency still at 100. Should we do the tool portal one more time? One more time. Remember that there's a lot of portals open. It can be many portals for one household, for one workplace, and there's many of you, so we keep doing it until we don't have to clear anymore. All spirits that are unable to go back to the portal as the portal's closed, angels, take these spirits to a treatment center where they can be healed. Deactivate, liberate, 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 deactivate, and liberate. Just a parenthesis to the individual that starts saying nonsense here. When we work with these very low vibrational frequencies, there's attacks that will come from anywhere, and that's one. So they will use of individuals like that so we can divert the energy and stop the healing. But you keep your head up and keep going. You don't give attention to those things. Listen, I don't bend, okay? So you can say whatever I do. Nothing bends me. Nothing. So let's go. All spirits that are unable to go back to the portal as the portal is closed, angels, lead these spirits to a treatment center where they can be healed. Deactivate, liberate, 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 deactivate, and liberate. Frequency still at 100. Should we do the portal tool one more time for the collective? We're good. We can move over. Okay. Let's move over to the other tool. What do we have next? All right. What do we need to clear for the collective? Ancestors. Okay. What? It's funny because I had this in my head for the longest time. And when we work with ancestors, We actually are working with past lives energies, or we're working with people from your family from this lifetime, could be as well. But these are beings, if they are from other lifetimes, they are beings that still exert a influence upon you. If you work with ancestors that are still connected to you from other lifetimes, it's probably because there was still a promise, an oath, an engagement, anything that a pact that was made between the two of you that wasn't broken and that keeps the connection active. So once they moved on, they died, they moved over to the other side, they still think that that connection is valid. So they keep hooked on you. And instead of helping, they are actually damaging your energy. They're damaging your life. They're putting a brake on your life. You can't move forward if you are being pulled back by these energies. So they don't have any other duty with you. They have to move on. Whatever happened in another lifetime, I keep repeating these on my lives, and this is a very good example. If you have to be very careful with what you say to other people. If you promise your eternal love to somebody, if you promise, if you're getting married at the altar and you promise your eternal doesn't exist. Not for love, because you die, you reincarnate, you die, you reincarnate. If it's a love that is a positive life, it's a healthy love that will enrich somebody else's life. But if it's going to stop someone from moving on, this is like a karmic promise, which is a very heavy one to make. So be careful with what you say, okay? Just promise what you can within the time frame that you have. You don't have eternity with that person. You have eternity in the years you're together. This is your eternity right now, but be very careful. And once the person is gone, if the person dies or if you break up, make sure you clear that energy from your field. If people who get married and carry the name of the person with them and they don't get divorced and just get separated, that is a big mistake. You have to let go. You have to detach and change your name to what you once were. Otherwise, you're still part of their family. Okay? So just be careful. All right. All right. Remind me where I was. I've talked too much and I forgot. Portal, no. Environments, no. Ancestors. Okay. Ancestors, what are you? Here it is. I liberate all ancestors that are stuck to the family tree of the collective, keeping them in spiritual obsession of their homes and workplaces. All of you may leave now. You are all liberated, freed from any agreement, promised, oath that might have been made with you or to you. You're all freed, liberated from all of these promises. Dissipate and liberate, 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 dissipate and liberate. What was the initial frequency of ancestors before the tool was done? You guys were at 0. And what is the frequency now after having used the tool one time? 95. That's good. Should we do the 2 ancestors one more time? Yes. All right. I liberate, set free all ancestors that are stuck to the family tree of the collective, causing spiritual obsession to their homes and workplaces. All of you may leave now. You are all freed from any agreement, promise, and oath that might have been done to you. Dissipate, liberate, 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 dissipate, liberate. So I am clearing the promises that you've made to these individuals in the past as well. Should we do the tool ancestors one more time? One more time. I liberate all ancestors that are stuck to the family tree of the collective, causing spiritual obsession of their homes and workplaces. All of you may leave now. You are all liberated, freed, detached from all agreement, promise, oath that might have been done to you. Dissipate and liberate, dissipate, liberate, dissipate, liberate, dissipate and 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 liberate. What is the frequency now of ancestors? 100. Should we do the tool one more time? One more time. I now set free, I liberate all ancestors that are stuck to the family tree of the collective, causing spiritual obsession of their homes and workplaces. All of you may leave now. You are now liberated from all agreement, promise, and oath that might have been made to you. Dissipate, liberate, dissipate, liberate, dissipate and 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 liberate. I don't like to interrupt the live like this, but I'm going to say it again. For those who just jumped in, that have not been here since the beginning, do not watch this live to the end. Get off and watch the recording because it's not going to do any good to you at this point, okay? And I'll explain. If you watch my live from the beginning, you see the explanation. But this is for people who have been here since the beginning. Should we do the ancestors tool one more time? Should we do the ancestors tool one more time? One more time. And you guys are still at 100. I now set free all the ancestors that I stuck to the family tree of the collective, causing spiritual obsession of their homes and workplaces. All of you may leave now. You are being freed from any agreement, promise, and oath that might have been done to you. Dissipate and liberate, 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 dissipate and liberate. Frequency of ancestors. 100. Should we do the tool ancestors one more time? No. All right. Next tool. What do we have to work on? I'm going to work with the activation of the archangel's energy. So let's see which archangel that we need to work with first. What is the general energy vibrational frequency for activation? 0. What is, okay. Are we going to work with the energy of Archangel Michael? Should we work with the energy of Archangel Michael? No? All right. Should we work with the energy of Archangel Jophiel? Yes. And he is responsible for illumination and wisdom. So that we're bringing that in to you guys. And what is the frequency of the energy of the tool of Archangel Jophiel at this point? We're at 0. Of course, you haven't used this energy before. All right. I activate the Archangel of the Universal Presence, Archangel Jophiel, in order to clear all the spiritual obsession of the collective's homes and workplaces. Activate and liberate, 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 activate and liberate. Frequency of the activation of Archangel Jophiel, 100. Should we do the activation of Archangel Jophiel one more time? Hold on. Pendulum is moving. No. All right. Should we work with the energy of Archangel Chamuel? Should we work with the energy of Archangel Chamuel? Yes. What is the frequency of working with the energy of Archangel Chamuel right now? 0. All right, Archangel Chamuel. We are activating actually, the bringing harmony of love, or within love for you guys, or in love, whichever way you want to place it. All right. I activate the Archangel of the Universal Presence, Archangel Chamuel, in order to clear spiritual obsession of homes and workplaces of the collective. Activate, liberate, activate and 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 liberate. Frequency of the energy of Archangel Chamuel, still at 100. Should we use his energy one more time? Should we use the activation of the energy of Archangel Chamuel one more time? No. All right. Should we work with the energy of Archangel Gabriel? No. Should we work with the energy of Archangel Raphael? Yes. So Archangel Raphael is bringing healing. So yes. What is the frequency of the activation of Archangel Raphael right now? You guys are at 0. I activate the Archangel of the Universal Presence, Archangel Raphael, in order to clear the obsession, the spiritual obsession of homes and workplaces of the collective. Activate and liberate, 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 activate and liberate. Frequency. A 100. Should we work with this energy one more time? One more time. More healing. It's never too much. I activate the Archangel of the Universal Presence, Archangel Raphael, to clear the spiritual obsession of the collective's homes and workplaces. Activate and liberate, 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 activate and liberate. Frequency 100. Should we still use the energy of Archangel Raphael for healing, for the collective? Yes. Break. All right. One more time. I activate the Archangel of the Universal Presence, Archangel Raphael, in order to clear the spiritual obsession of the homes and workplaces of the collective. Activate and liberate, 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 activate and liberate. There's some heaviness with this energy of the healing, the love, it's just like the healing energy. Why is it heavy? Because there's a lot of healing to be done. Everybody involved with these negative energies need a lot of healing, and that's why it's a dense energy. I feel it in my chest, and it's like all my saliva is gone all of a sudden. Frequency 100. Okay, I see some comments here. Anybody who wants private help with any other issue, please DM me, okay? I cannot answer these questions during live. This is focused on what I'm doing. And if you've missed the beginning of this, don't watch through the end, because you're not gonna have a clue of what's going on here. You have to watch the session from the beginning to end, okay? I'm not a tarot reader. I'm not giving love advice here, so don't ask me these questions, please. Should we still work with the energy of Archangel Raphael? One more time. I liberate. Oh, sorry, where am I? I activate the Archangel of the Universal Presence, Archangel Raphael, in order to clear spiritual obsession of homes and workplaces of the collective. Activate and liberate, activate and liberate, activate and liberate, activate and liberate, activate and liberate. Yes, it is. Activate and liberate, activate and liberate, activate and liberate, activate and liberate, activate and liberate. I have chills right now, goosebumps. Frequency 100, still good. I'm burping. That's clearing. And that's a good sign. Should we work with the energy of Archangel Raphael one more time? No. Should we work with Archangel Uriel's energy? All right, Archangel Uriel is the energy of prosperity, Archangel, the energy of money. Anything that has to do with material stuff, okay? I don't know why it's coming to my head. Even the money that you wasting on your drugs, whatever your drug is, okay? You should stop thinking about other things and think about that for a minute. How you're spending your money. Where are you wasting it? I just felt the need to say that. I don't know why. It's for somebody there. I don't know who for. All right, Archangel Uriel. I activate the universal presence of Archangel Uriel in order to unblock, to remove spiritual obsession from homes and workplaces of the collective. Activate and liberate, 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 activate and liberate. Frequency of the energy of Archangel Uriel, 100. What was the frequency in the beginning of the tool before we used it? We're at 0 up to 100 right away. Should we do the energy, should we use the energy of your Archangel Uriel right away? One more time? Yes. One more time. Let's go. I activate the universal presence of Archangel Uriel. Oh my God, my life is gonna end. What the hell? What? What the fuck? Drag the puzzle into the place. Guys, my live is gonna end. We're gonna be here for over an hour. So once this off, this, I lose the connection. It's gonna be like 3 more minutes of this. I'm gonna come back on. Okay, so just come back on again so you carry on listening to the end of the session. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be, but it's not much longer. Okay, and then I'm gonna have 2 recordings done. The most of the session and the other half of the session. Okay, I will upload both, but you listen to that again if you want to listen to the whole thing. All right, and activation of Archangel Uriel's energy. I activate the Archangel of the presence of the universal presence, Archangel Uriel, in order to clear spiritual obsession of homes and workplaces of the collective. Activate and liberate, 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 activate and liberate. Frequency 100. Should we do the Archangel Uriel energy activation one more time? Yes. Guys, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna start again. Okay, so jump back on. I just have to type in the name of the live and I'll be right back.